Coping refers to conscious strategies used to reduce unpleasant emotions, right? And that's what we do. As a people, we use alcohol, we use marijuana. There's a lot of different things, pills, right? Some people use sports. People got different things and different ways that we use and do to cope with the anxiety, the stress of life, what we've been through, in the home, growing up, and as a young adolescent to an adult, even into a elderly man or elderly woman, we still use these coping mechanisms to get by. Not all of them are beneficial to our health and to our mind, to our spirit. Actually, the majority of our coping mechanisms are harmful to us, right? It says coping refers to conscious strategies used to reduce unpleasant emotions, right? Yeah, really, we just be trying to escape. I can remember smoking weed, just trying to escape, man. That's what Jay trying to do. Just trying to escape, man. Right? Coping strategies can be cognitions or behaviors, and can be individual or social. Coping is to deal with and overcome struggles and difficulties in life. It is a way for us to maintain our mental and emotional well-being. Yeah, a lot of times, if I ain't have a blunt, man, I ain't know what the hell I was gonna do. It felt like I was gonna go crazy, man. Just to be honest, man. Shit was so heavy. You wake up in the morning, that's the first thing you do. You ain't pray. You didn't brush your teeth, man. You didn't do nothing, man. You just open your eyes, rolled over, grabbed a lighter. You already had one rolled up. So what are we gonna do, as a people to get over these things, man, and learn just to trust in the Most High? It's somewhere along the line we forgot how to trust in our God, in our power. Israel is a prince of the power. You got power with the Most High, man. What happened that you stopped trusting in the Most High? You trust in the weed, you trust in the alcohol, you trust in Esau, man. You trust in this place, right? You trust in yourself. You trust in everything but the living God, right? Coping mechanisms are the pattern and behaviors we fall back on to try to deal with unusually stressful situations. We often lean on these strategies to keep ourselves calm until we adjust to change, right? Adjust to change, man. There's a lot of changes that happen in the so-called black home, man. Your pops leave, your mom may be strung out on drugs, or she just may be out there. Hey, you may lose a loved one to gang violence, black on black crime. There's drugs in the community. You go to these schools, they don't teach. I mean, damn, how as a people do you cope with these things? I mean, they would make us seem like we're not humans. Like we're not alive, like we're animals. Now you go to these so-called Caucasian communities, they got classes for this and classes for that. Billy shoots up the whole mall, and then everybody hugs him and say he was bullied in school. He deserves a hug and all this stuff. How do we cope, right? I'm gonna get a couple more definitions, right? This ain't gonna be long, it ain't gonna be long. Let me see. I'm gonna get this. This 1 Peter 5:6, verse 7. It says, humble yourselves, therefore, under Yahweh's mighty hand, that he may lift you up in due time. Right? And a lot of that is because you just tired of being on the bottom. A lot of that is because our people just don't see a way out, and they just giving up, man. You just drink yourself, man, to death. You smoke yourself to death because you don't see a way out. And I get that. Because for the blacks, Hispanics, and the Native Americans, it look hopeless, man. A lot of times our situation look hopeless. It says, humble yourselves, therefore, under Yahweh's mighty hand, that he may lift you up in due time. It's because our people, it's something in you that wants the best, because you deserve the best. You are the best, and the best was created for you. But the problem is that you got the worst. It says, cast all your anxiety on him because he cares for you, right? That anxiety that you got that's causing you to smoke weed because of depression and, all these other things you're dealing with. Our people deal with schizophrenia, all types of different emotions, man. Our people they give you pills and all these things to try to cope with day-to-day life, right? But it don't work. Only thing is gonna get you through is your trust in the Most High, man. And he allowed me to come into this thing and just quit weed cold turkey, man. I let it go, man. Like, I was trying to flee depression and anxiety, but every time I smoked weed, it just made me more depressed, gave me more anxiety. I'm trying to escape, what I'm going through and just life. And then you smoke weed and then you start hearing these loud ass voices. You trying to escape. I got all these damn voices in my head telling me about my problems. It just made it worse, man. I'm listening to my heartbeat. Hey, it's wild, right? It says, but cast your anxiety on him because he cares for you. I'm gonna get the definition of anxiety, right? Let's see. Anxiety, a feeling of worry, nervousness, or unease, typically about an imminent event or something with an uncertain outcome. Man, that's crazy. Yeah. Nervousness or unease, typically about imminent, meaning that it's about to happen. And that's how Jake life is, man. You beefing with the niggas on the next block. That's imminent. It's just a matter of time for y'all see each other at the gas station, out in traffic, at a party. Imminent. What we call imminent in the hood is on site. So we know an on-site event is going to happen, and every brother in the hood it's imminent, right? On-site event or something with an uncertain outcome. You don't know if you're going to have to kill somebody or you're going to get killed. You don't know if you're going to get locked up. You got a warrant. You just caught another case. It's just, man, you're going through all these things, man. You got a kid on the way. You don't know. Your father wasn't in your life. You don't know how you're going to take care of this kid. What you call your BM, your baby mama tripping. It's a lot, man. There's a lot that we've been through as a people. It is not an excuse, but it is reality. It's reality. It's what we face as a people, right? It says desire to do something typically accompanied by unease, right? Psychiatry, a mental condition characterized by excessive apprehensiveness about real or perceived threats. Threats typically leading to avoidance behaviors and often to physical symptoms such as increased heart rate and muscle tension. Yeah, you just be damn wound up. Your muscles, man. You need to, Jake smoke weed to relax, but that's not what the Most High prescribed. I'm gonna get this precept, right? This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 16, verse 12. It says, no medicine, and weed is they prescribe that now for all types of things. Let me see. I'm gonna read this real quick. It says, no medicine or ointment cured them, and they even put weed in an ointment form. You can even, rub it on your body, man, and it absorb it through your skin and get high. Or you can get the prescription weed in a bottle, right? How is this in the Bible, man? How is this in the Bible? No medicine or ointment cured them, but they were restored to health by your word, O Lord, the word which heals all humanity. So you was created fearfully and wonderfully. It's nothing in this world that can heal you. You was created, your body, your spirit, everything about you was created to respond to the Lord's words, man. This Bible, man, these words of truth is the only thing that's going to set you free. Only thing that's going to put you on the right path and put you back to that state that you was born. That's what you longing for. That's why you smoke weed and you drink and you try to go to Christian church, and that's not it. You try this and that's not it. You just, life is just not adding up. It's something major missing. It's the word, man. That emptiness is these words. You was created by this, man. You're connected with these words, man. These words are what forms you. You're supposed to speak them, man. Wow, man. It says no medicine or ointment cured them. They were restored to health by your word, O Lord, the word which heals all humanity, right? So I'm going to get a couple more definitions and I'm going to end it, right? Depression. Depression, a group of conditions associated with the elevation or lowering of a person's mood, such as depression or bipolar disorder, right? And you know, it says the elevation or lowering. You know, it's nothing stable in the life that we come from. You know, everything is up and down and uncertainties, and that's part of the curse. You know, it says you will have. Let me get that. Your life will hang in a balance, right? Let me see if I can get that. You will have no assurance of your life, right? Let me see. I'll just get it. Salaki, it's in the curses, and they try to say that we not under the curses, right? It's Deuteronomy. Bear with me. Let me find it real quick. It's one of the curses, man. And this proves that you know that we're the Israelites and we still are under the curses, right? Salakia. Your life shall hang in the balance, right? Yeah, I think it might be. Hold on. We gonna track it down. Just bear with me. Here it go. Here it go right here. 65, right? It says, and among these nations shalt thou find no ease, neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest. But the Lord shall give thee a trembling heart and failing of eyes and sorrow of mind. 66, right? This is that imminent danger. And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and shall have none assurance of thy life. That's that imminent threat. That's that on sight, man. And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee. Yeah, I can remember, man, you know, feeling like today is the day that I'm gonna die, man. You know, I was out there heavy, tough, you know. You know, a lot of days I got up, I felt like this the day that I'm gonna die. Like, I just knew it. I mean, my life was hanging in a balance, man. I had people telling me that I need to get up out of here. You know, you got money on your head. You gotta move from this place, and you know the police looking for you too. You done messed up and sold to the wrong people. You know, just imminent threat, imminent danger, man. Smoking from dusk till dawn, trapped, man, trapped. But I'm here as an example to tell Jake, man, there's a way out, man. I'm proof of it. And nobody smoke more weed than me, man. Nobody, man. Right? It says 67. In the morning thou shalt say, would God it were even. And at even thou shalt say, would God it were morning. For fear of thine heart, wherewith thou shalt fear, for the sight of thy eyes which thou shalt see, right? In the morning, you're going to be ready to get the day over, right? And then the next day, you're going to, you know, you just trying to get to the end of the day, man. You just trying to get past it, man. You know, you just trying to get through it, man. You know, and whatever you have to do to get through that day, that coping mechanism, you're going to do, right? I got a couple more. Get another definition. Right? This is the definition of post-traumatic slave syndrome, right? So, you know, they give the soldiers when they go to war, they give them post-traumatic war, you know, therapy and all these things. If you see somebody get murdered or a traumatic event, they give you They give you classes, they give you care. You know, they allow you to talk about it, and they somebody sit down and say, that was very rough what you went through. You know, they allow you to vent, get these things out, cry, heal from these events. But who allowed us to heal from the traumatic events of slavery? We haven't. We haven't healed from that, man. You know, I know brothers that's still afraid to look white people in their eyes, man. You know, I know sisters that change the way they talk when white people come around. They kind of feel inferior, man. I see it. You know, you kind of watch body language, and these things still exist. Post-traumatic slave syndrome, the way we treat each other. You know, the way how Esau can walk in our neighborhood and be safe as hell, but you in danger. How are you in more danger in your own neighborhood than the people that put you in slavery, that kidnapped you and put you on slave ships and drug you over there? How are they safer in your neighborhood than people that look like you, people that went in slavery with you, people that are in the same condition as you? That's post-traumatic slave syndrome. That's house nigga versus field nigga. That's Willie Lynch. That's the dark skin versus the light skin. That's the mother against the father. The mother versus the daughter. The son versus the father. That's traumatic slave syndrome. That's the things that we sing, right? It says multi-generational trauma together with continued oppression and absence of opportunity to access of benefits available in the society. That's deep, man. Multi-generational trauma, right? Coupled with continued oppression, plus the absence of opportunity to access the benefits available in the society. Everybody's doing better but you. You don't have access to a loan. You don't have access to proper education, proper health care, right? You don't have access to therapy. All these things, grants and loans, and what they got on the other side of the tracks. You don't have access to it, but you see it. You see it, right? It says multi-generational trauma. Yeah, it's even worse when you realize that, damn, I said I wouldn't be like my pops. I said I wouldn't do those things, and then you start, damn, you doing the same thing my pops did, my grandfather did, his dad did. Yeah, because you in the same trap. You see our sisters, man. They swear they not gonna be like they mom, but you can't escape the curses, man. Then you start having compassion. You thought your mom, your dad was wrong, but shit, they had it worse than you, man. And you look back and you like, damn, they kind of sacrificed everything for me, but I just couldn't see it. And you get understanding about the thing. It says multi-generational trauma. They was going through the same shit you going through, man. It says continue with oppression. That's what make it just make it bad, man. So I'm gonna get this. It says post-traumatic stress disorder arising from the experience of slavery transmitted across generations down to the present day, along with the stress of contemporary racial prejudice via racial microaggressions. Right. People that's racist, they blatantly racist, but then they say they love black people. That's what we deal with. Microaggression, racial racism, right? This manifests as a psychological, spiritual, emotional, and behavioral syndrome that results in lack of self-esteem. That's why you treat your brother so bad, because he looks like you. And you treat him bad because you hate yourself. That's why you jealous, the sisters jealous of one another, because she looks like you. When you look at her, you see yourself, but you lack self-esteem, so you cut her down because you feel cut down. And that's a result of post-traumatic slave syndrome, right? It says lack of self-esteem, persistence, feelings of anger, and internalized racist beliefs, right? Jake is mad, man. Salakia, man. My daughter got the Instagram on my phone going. But I got another definition. Let me get this scripture, right? And I'm gonna end it here. The second Ezra 14:13 says, "Now therefore set thine house in order and reprove thy people. Comfort such of them as be in trouble, and now renounce corruption." It's time for our people to comfort one another, man. To realize that we in this together. That's why the Lord put us over here together. We got to work together to get up out of this thing, man. That's what it takes, man. The Lord, man, if you got children, it grieves your heart. You get upset when you see your children fight. And they be fighting over petty stuff, unnecessary stuff. That's why we fight now, man. We fighting over fold-up chairs and, unnecessary things, man. We fighting over, camp logos and, things that are unnecessary. And I don't care what camp member, what camp leader say what. It's not a beautiful thing when the Lord look down and see his children fighting amongst each other, man. Israel was tightly knit. Israel was always tightly knit. And that's the whole thing about, let me get this precept. That's what this thing is about. It's about brotherly love. You can know 1,000 million precepts, but if you have not charity, what it's not gaining you. It's for nothing. It's vanity. And I don't care who you say you is, man. You don't love your brother. You in darkness, man. You don't get that part. Paul said, even though those brothers was going off, even though those brothers was in the dark, even though those brothers was considered Gentiles, he said, brother, my heart's desire is that all Israel, he still didn't care. He said all Israel might be saved, man. He didn't say, oh, this brother that's over there, they doctoring off. I hope they get cut off. No. That was the wrong spirit to be in. Paul said that all Israel might be saved, right? So I'm going to get what I want. Sirach, I believe 17 and 14, right? 14, right? Sirach 17 and 14, right? And he said unto them, beware of all unrighteousness. And he gave every man commandment concerning his neighbor, right? That's what the commandment is basically about, is how to treat one another. The commandments is concerning your neighbor. I'm going to get that real quick. Romans 13 and 8. Romans 13 and 8, man, because we need healing. That's the whole point, man. And it's going to be impossible for you, just try to heal yourself. We need to be healed as a people. A lot of times when you try to help heal somebody else, healing is within that. You find yourself healing yourself, man. Because when you help people, it put a smile on your face, man. The Lord designed it. He said if your brother asks to go a mile, go with him 2 miles. Why? It's a purpose. It's a purpose in all this, man. Right? We're linked. This is Romans. Salakia. Damn, mosquito bit the hell out of me. This is Romans chapter 13, verse 8. It says, "Owe no man anything but to love one another," right? "For he that loveth another hath fulfilled the law," right? "For this, thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not bear false witness, thou shalt not covet. And if there be any other commandment, it is briefly comprehended in this saying, namely, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself." So that's what the commandment is about your neighbor. That's why the law is so important. It's to build the nation. It's to set us apart, right? But he summed it up, and that goes over the Christian head. Love thy, and this he summed all these things in love thy neighbor as thyself, right? So I'm gonna get this and then I'm gonna end it, right? It says, "Now therefore set thine house in order and reprove thy people. Comfort such of them as be in trouble, and now renounce corruption," right? Verse 14. "Let go from thee mortal thoughts. Cast away the burdens of man and put off now the weak nature. It's time to put off that weak nature, man. Hiding, running from your problems, running from life, running from reality situations. That's the weak nature. The Lord said, cast that off. It's time for you to stand tall and face life. You know, face the consequences of the choices that you made. Face that, yeah, this is slavery that you in. Face that you need to be saved. That this is not heaven, it's hell. You got to face that. Put off now the weak nature, right? Smoking weed is not going to fix anything. When you come down from that high, those problems will still be there. Put off that weak nature, man. Man up, right? Sister, take responsibility. Put that weed down. It's not helping you. It's taking all that money. Weed is expensive. You know, it used to be, man, you could grab a $5 bag or something, $10 bag, not no more. It's stuff they selling, man. How can you afford it, right? Verse 15, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, that anxiety, depression, you know, fear. You got to set that aside, you know, and haste to flee from these times. How do you set that? You can only set that aside if you hasten to get out of this place. That means your mindset is different. Haste to flee from these times. That means you doing something to get up out of here, like pushing this truth. You know, if you occupied in the spirit, doing things that benefit the nation, that's going to help better Israel to speed the process up. It says, let me get this, Matthew 24:14, right? Haste to flee from these times. Matthew 24 and verse 14, it says, and this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. So how do you haste to flee from these times? You have to preach this gospel, because when this gospel reached the four corners of the earth to all nations, right, then the end shall come, right? So with that, I want to say shalom, and you know, get your strength through the Most High, through his words. It's going to carry you. Shalom.